is important to you? Why do you think those things are important?
Yes, and stick to it. Stick to your
Yeah,
guns.
go to the source.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Christ gave two commandments, and you can take the whole Bible and boil it down to two sentences: love God above all things, which just means love goodness, and love your neighbor as yourself. That's all you have to do is treat people the way you want to be treated and
Yep.
love goodness, have a heart for goodness, and the rest of the stuff can be worked out. And if everybody adhered to those rules, we wouldn't have a problem.
And that
We
that was a key
wouldn't.
phrase too, where you said treat each other like we want to treat ourselves. That's why we here
Yes.
tying, cause we trying to learn how to treat ourselves. everything adding up.
You know, it just, things have changed a lot. You know, just watching in my lifetime from growing up in the racist South to I've got a black granddaughter. You know, if my father were alive now, he would never get it. But we can get it. You know, people are people. Love is love. If we can just realize that everybody wants to be loved, everybody wants security, everybody wants safety, everybody wants a fair shake. You know, everybody wants to be treated with dignity and
Everybody want a
respect.
piece of the pie.
Yeah, everybody wants, and everybody wants a piece of the pie. Nobody wants to go
And
hungry.
learn how to make our
Nobody
own
wants to have to
pies.
do without.
So we can then
That's
give
how
to other people and multiply all the pies.
Yeah, a tree doesn't grow for itself. I think I think it's wise to know that you'll might plant trees that you never sit under.
Mm-hmm. That sound like my daughter. The you just brought me back to a scenario with my daughter because she wanted to plant a tree, and I said I don't really know if I want to plant a tree. If we're not going to be here for too long, then we're going to move, and then I'm not going to be able to see it. But now you bring it up, I'm like, yeah, it wants to be there.
Sometimes with being able to analyze things, you're able to see another side of it, right? You first thought about one thing, but then after further thought, you're like, oh, maybe it's not like that.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta keep traveling down the train and not jump off so early. At the
Right?
first
Because we always
fascination.
like, this is the answer. This is the answer. I have the answer is 42. The answer is everybody do this. The answer is this. Like constantly searching.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just shut the fuck up for a minute.
That's what happens. That's why culture is getting remixed so much now, so that we can learn what's going on. Like with Bunny Farm, what you were saying about how your family is mixed, and now how it's mixed up, and how before it wasn't really like that, and now people gotta come face certain things that's actually existing in their face, and some people getting really upset about it, and some people is trying to see the brighter side of things, and then go with that brighter side, even if it's some things that's still gonna be eggy or janky with it. It's like, all right, let's still go over here. Like, we see this option at least. Let's choose it. Let's choose this fork in reality.
Exactly. You know, one thing I also have in my family is my brother is a cop and my brother in law is a fireman. And it is so unpleasant to listen to them talk when we get together at Christmas because they talk about the public, the civilians, like we're dogs. And I'm like, hey, I'm I'm a civilian. I'm not a cop. I'm not a firefighter. I'm not a first responder. I'm the public you are talking about. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and it's extremely offensive to listen to the two of them. I love my brother, I don't like what he does. I think it was a stupid career decision, but hey, he that's his thing.
Yeah, everything
So
gotta exist.
yeah, I worry about his safety,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I would too.
I worry about something happening to him and him going on a call, and you know, let me tell you, thugs come in every color of the rainbow.
For sure.
There are there are useless white rednecks that are just not good people.
It's just under different names.
Yeah, it's your behavior.
Yeah.
It's your behavior. It's your that shows what your character is. I don't I like I've been arrested and stuff for like weed and shit like that. You know, no violent crimes, but if that wasn't against the law, I wouldn't have been arrested. It's something that the law never should have been there in the first place because it was just ignorant.
It
You
was
know?
put there when there was a lot of ignorant people around that wasn't paying attention to the laws, or that people was putting laws in place that was actually going to govern them and their generations.
Yes, like these draconian drug laws. They're just like right now, it's still not legal where I am. And Alabama will be the last state in the union. If it ever becomes federally legal, Alabama will fight that. We must be the most conservative state in the union. And sometimes it's really hard living
What state you said?
around that mindset.
Alabama.
Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I used to read about those in the history books.
Yeah, see, we've got our own racial history here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we've got our own history. I used to work downtown. I worked for the city, and Kelly Ingram Park was my area. I had a black area downtown. It was the historic black district. Was my area to keep
Set it up.
beautiful, and that was where the civil rights movement was. We have the Civil Rights Museum. That's where they brought the dogs in, the fire hoses back in the 1960s.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have our own fucked up history here.
Yeah. That's where all the pictures was mostly taken that was in the
Yeah,
books with the
but
fire hydrants and the dogs and stuff.
yeah, but it's slowly changing over generations. My children's generation is going to be even less racial than my generation and like my parents' generation. They were so racist, and it's just you know people evolve and change. It's slowly changing, but I don't think it's changing fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
If the thought of my granddaughter growing up and being targeted um, because of her skin color makes me sick.
Yeah.
Just the thought of that just makes me sick. I would be so angry.
That's real, yo. That's some real
Mm-hmm.
shit right there.
Well, that's why as long as she's put in positions where she can like be creative and excel, she'll be all right.
Oh, this girl's gonna
Cause then
watch. She's
she'll be
gonna be
accepted.
rich when she grows up. Her mom and daddy got the biggest. They own 5 businesses between the two of them. She's gonna be fine. She's already working, and she's 4 years old.
Awesome.
She's a model for a clothing company, and her mother's a photographer. So, um,
Bang, called it.
yeah,
I know my people.
yeah, I'm proud of her. I
Mm-hmm.
can't help it. I'm very proud of her. She's so beautiful, so cute.
But yeah, that's what we need right now. Just a lot of encouragement and actual information on ways to like excel in this life, like ways that people got to where they was at, or and then see how we can remix it with what we know and stuff like that.
Yeah, builder's gonna build, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Haters
When we
gonna hate, builder's gonna build.
Store, come and explore. Explore, tainow store. Store, come and explore. Explore, tainow store. Explore, come on, come explore the tainow store. Store, come and explore.